Barbod's New Zealand sheepshaggers. What is up, my good people and Josh? It's your boy, the Man Penguin here. And in today's video, I have something really terrible for all of you and for me. Now, I know I've had videos in the past that have said, this is the worst country in Hearts of Iron 4, this is the worst focus tree in Hearts of Iron 4. And today, we're actually going to be playing the worst country in Hearts of Iron 4. It is New Zealand. And to add to the pain of New Zealand, we're playing it on Elite difficulty. Why would I do this to myself? I don't know. But I'm doing this to myself today. So here we are in New Zealand with Michael Joseph Savage, because New Zealand is pretty savage. And let's just get straight on into this. Elite difficulty, Iron Man mode is on, historically high focuses are on. And you know what else I'm going to do? I'm going to buff Italy. I'm going to buff them halfway. Let's get into this. Alright, starting out in New Zealand, it's absolutely horrible. This focus tree gives the Japanese focus tree a run for its money in being the worst ever created. It's pretty close. Obviously, I have negative 25% research because of Elite difficulty. That's not exactly fun. But alas, what are you gonna do? I have 2 research slots, so I'm no better than Haiti. Actually, I'm worse than Haiti. But we're in a pretty bad place. This is pretty terrible. This is pretty awful. I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna do with New Zealand. I kind of want to stick with the Allies so that I can actually go to war. But I also want to go communist so I can get manpower. I don't know, we'll see. But for now, this is absolutely atrocious. My 3 divisions here are so unbelievably unequipped. It's just that they have no guns. They all decided to throw their guns in the ocean after the First World War. Okay, with that done, we're going to... I mean, it sucks to strengthen the Commonwealth. It really sucks, but it just feels like one of those things that I have to do. I want to go to war. I want to go to war with the freaking Germans and the Italians, the halfway buffed Italians too, nonetheless. So whatever, what are you gonna do? Gotta live and let live. Strengthening the Commonwealth gives me some political power, and because of how bad my debuffs are, because of Elite difficulty, I'm gonna immediately pop Free Trade, because Free Trade does give you those extra nice little tasty buffs. And then I'm probably going to do... I guess I'll do the National Board Roads or whatever. Maybe I'm misremembering, but I feel like Elite difficulty used to cut down on your construction speed. I could be wrong about that, but I feel like that's the way it used to be. Could be wrong. I doubt Paradox has ever touched the Elite difficulty since they implemented it into the game. At least being part of the Commonwealth gives me some buffs to construction research and stuff. But we're gonna grab these 2 civies, which takes 70 days, because, oh, don't you just love old Paradox trees? I love the untouched slop that they left us for New Zealand and Australia. British Malaya never even got a focus tree, even though they should have. It's not like they're not a relatively important part of the war. Nor did the Dutch East Indies, which I think is stupid that neither of those places got focus trees. It's just kind of dumb. Fucking Siam doesn't even have one. Like, what are you doing, Paradox? What are you doing? Oh my god, I'm finally out of Haitian territory. And, well, I guess I'm actually kind of into Soviet territory now with my research slots. That's a beautiful thing, isn't it? I guess we'll just continue along and we'll get Woyapagu sheep farms, because as we all know, the New Zealanders and the Welsh, they really love the sheep. Oh my god, dude, New Zealand is so bad. Look at how bad these people are. I guess I'll just grab partial mob. Doesn't hurt. But wow, New Zealand actually might be the worst country in the game. And like, that's not even me joking or being, you know, inflammatory for the sake of inflammatory. This just might be genuinely like the worst country in the game. I don't know why I chose to play on Elite difficulty. It's 1938, and I should have way more stockpile than this, and yet I don't. And my research, still negative 13%. Why I do these things to myself, I don't know, but I do them. We're going to limitedly conscript all of the New Zealand sheep man children. The New Zealanders and the sheep, they get a little too lovey-dovey with each other. And by New Zealanders and sheep, I mean just the New Zealanders, not the sheep. I don't think the sheep really say yes to that. With the Social Security Act, that gives me 2% recruitable population, so I'm getting all those old bastards into the army now. 65 and up, get your ass into the army, you're going to war. So, guys, you might want to say goodbye to your grandparents, because they're gonna fight for New Zealand in the war. What do we think here is more valuable to a nation with only 1.52 million manpower? 4 extra building slots and 1% recruitable population, or 2% recruitable population? Oh, I guess there's the war. I probably should transport my 3 divisions over here. Bernard Freyberg, you're going, brother. I figure I might actually want to raise something to all of you, just to let you guys know. I officially have channel memberships and stuff, which I'll pop them up on the screen here. But just before the war starts, channel memberships, they do exist, and there are some benefits, quote-unquote, to having them. So for example, you know, with channel memberships, you guys can get stuff like Farbod's New Zealand sheepshaggers, or Nicholas's first Chinese baby soup division, and alternatively, you can get David's Froggy French Josh division. You know, you can get little divisions named after you. It's not like something that's extremely... It's one of those things, if you want to add your legacy, I guess, to the video, you can with that channel membership, but obviously it's only for the $4.99 one. I just put it up because if you wanted to. If you want to support the channel, you can, but I wouldn't blame you guys if you didn't. And, well, here comes the Italians. Let's see if my 4 mountaineers can hold them back, and they're force attacking, so they probably won't be able to. And of course, that's gonna suck balls when I can't get that port built. But now that they've stopped force... Oh, they just immediately started force attacking again. Paris just fell. That's not great. Go buy fonts. Of course, the British are immediately losing everywhere. Of course, these Italians are force attacking. I mean, force attacking does kind of suck ass. I don't know what just happened. I walked away for about probably 5 minutes and the game was running this entire time. Luckily, it was only running on 4 speed, but it was still running. The Italians, of course, are going ham because, God forbid, they... Well, I did buff them. So, what am I saying? Why am I saying God forbid like I'm not the reason they're going ham? So, we're gonna pop extensive for more manpower. Oh my God, the British just gave me control of the islands. I just got those islands. Can I request more control? Australia, can I get control of your Pacific Islands, mate? 7,000 New Zealanders have died in this war. 7,000. 7.4 thousand, and I've only killed... Well, I've killed 17,000 Italians, so I guess it's not all bad. Okay, the French just accepted. I am New Zealand, and I'm the greatest to ever do it. And I still can't unite Polynesia because I need everything else. That's so dumb. That's so dumb. Why do I get these and I can't do anything with them? Stupid. Well, as y'all can see, I was planning on naval invading, but looks like the British already did it for me. I mean, not that I'm gonna stop. I might as well naval invade Tobruk while we're here for it. Oh, I'm sorry. You guys were not meant to start attacking, but whatever. We're here for it. Just gotta hope my divisions can get into the port before the Italians can. And we should be good to go. Yeah, there goes Tobruk. We're gonna immediately rush in. And I'm gonna rush down. Actually, I want to get to Benghazi. That's where Hillary Clinton was. Don't ask Hillary Clinton about Benghazi. Alright, we just encircled the Italians in North Africa. That's beautiful. We're probably the greatest New Zealanders to ever do it. Okie dokie, well that was that. In North Africa, I've taken 11,000 casualties, which isn't bad, and I've dealt 58,000, so pretty darn tootin', if we're gonna be quite candid with ourselves. I'm gonna let my poor Zealanders, you know, re-equip and reorg and recuperate a little bit. New Zealanders in Iraq, that's a new one. A new twist on an old classic. Well, Iraq just capped, I don't even know why, I guess they just gave in. Alright, well the New Zealanders are rolling out officially. They're going to land in Italy. I don't think the Italians have any port guards. So even though I'm not landing in a port, it doesn't matter. Yep, there we go. We're right on in a port and we're good to go. Okay, but Sicily is now officially under New Zealand control. The New Zealand forces are clearly going to need a hand here. And who better to get a hand from than the Bob Semple tank. The greatest tank ever produced by man. Okie dokie, well now it's time for my... Oh, I didn't mean for you guys to attack. I didn't mean for you guys to attack. No, don't fucking attack, you idiots. Oh my God, I actually hate the fucking... No, stop attacking, you dumb bastards. Okay, we gotta delete that order, clearly. Alright, now that they've landed, we can go. You fellers wanna go? Are you not going? What are you not going for? What are you not going for, buddy? You guys with stupid? Oh my God, they're so dumb. No, wait, maybe you just never got an order. Huh. Maybe that's it. Okay, we gotta hope and pray that somehow, some way, I can win? Question mark thinking emoji. Maybe they won't be in Taranto. Actually, I want you to go down here. Oh my God, they're not gonna be in Taranto, brother. That's stupid. That's stupid. That's stupid. Oh my clutch. That was clutch. They weren't in Taranto. That's so dumb. Dude, we take that, though. We don't complain. Of course, manpower is massively problematic, so we do have to go to service by requirement, unfortunately. So, not only are my 65 and ups fighting the war to death, everybody's fighting the war to death now. It's 10% of my population of 1.5 million. Was that 150,000? But we're holding. Well, I mean, they're holding. The Allies just flood in, of course, their divisions like monsters. I hate the Allies a lot. This is really reminding me of another video I did. I don't remember which one it was. It might have been Iran or India, where I was basically doing a very similar thing to this, which was invading Italy. But the New Zealanders are off again on another naval invasion. As long as I can take Livorno, and I land here, and then I can immediately attack here. Basically, the idea is to cut the Italians in twine, you know? All right, Italy went into civil war. Do I get them as a puppet? I do. Shall transfer the territory. Why not? And, you know, people ask why. It's easier that way. For me and for everybody else involved. I almost forgot to mention that David's Froggy French Josh division and Farbod's New Zealand Sheepshaggers have each gotten the ability to be awarded medals. And I feel like Farbod, he deserves the Order of the Lion, and David, he, for being the first onto the beaches at Livorno, it's the Legion of Honor for him. Too bad Nicholas hasn't gotten anything yet, but I'm sure he'll get something eventually. Let's see if Nicholas's division can finally get a medal or not today. I've got to land at A port, so, you know. Now we landed. We're going to immediately hit both ports, and then once I can, I'm also going to immediately hit this port and this port. As long as we can get into one of the ports, we should be good. Yeah, that's bad. This is bad. This is really bad. You're about to watch a man lose all of his army and cry. Well, I mean, yeah, okay, I'm losing all my divisions. Yep, I just lost everybody. Okay, that's not great. Well, I only lost 4 divisions, but still, not great. That's really bad. There goes a lot of New Zealand people right there. Can we get a rip in the chat for the New Zealanders who all just died? Oh, that sucks. That sucks a lot. Well, it looks like I'm not the only one who's been encircled to death. Poor Stalin. I'd love to help him, but there's really nothing I can do. I hate the English, man. They just landed where I was supposed to land. What a bunch of horse shit. Well, they did what I could not, and I lost a lot of New Zealanders in the process of that. I'm changing the offensive direction of the New Zealanders. We're going to Greece instead for a holiday. Oh, and also speaking of holidays, we do get to officially become free. So hey, that's a nice little thing. The New Zealanders are officially free from British control, and we get an extra research slot because of it. Well, the offensive into Greece has slowed down. Well, I guess it's really an offensive into the Balkans now, but it has slowed down a little bit. Well, this launched. Who got in? Oh, David's Froggy French division got in. Look at that. Now he can finally get a medal. I guess we'll give him the medal for gallantry. Is he earned that? So all of these divisions should have medals, right? Yep. Look at that. Nicholas has his medal. Oh, Nicholas doesn't have his medal yet. Okay, so David got 2 medals. Good for you, David. Hey, look at that. See, now he's got a medal for occupation of Amsterdam. And you'll get the order, or you'll get the war cross, whatever, why not? We've landed, so we're going to immediately move the divisions into the Netherlands, and we're going to bum rush the Germans. I'm just going to continue pushing mainly with the Italians, because, you know, I have 5,000 manpower. Less than 5,000 manpower. Just slowly creeping down the amount of manpower that I have. Oh my god, Farbod just walked right on into Berlin. Farbod, good job, you took Berlin, buddy. At least I hope that's your name. When I put it into Google Translate, that's what it came out as. But you are Farbod, and you've gotten 2 Orders of the Lion. Because that's how good you are at the game. In the final offensive, we are going to all adults serve, because every adult in New Zealand deserves to serve. How many casualties have I taken in New Zealand? 116,000? That's a lot of people. Have I dealt? Oh, I dealt 272,000 to the Germans. That's actually on the board. To the Italians, I dealt 635,000. And to the Hungarians, I dealt 349,000. So, hey, I've dealt over 1 million casualties, and I've not taken 1 million. Granted, I've been relying a lot on the Italian divisions recently. And that's the war. I took Budapest with an Italian division, you can see them there. And everybody died. So I have 455 war score. What am I going to do with that? Well, there's the peace deal. You guys want to see what New Zealand got? New Zealand got New Zealand Hungary, New Zealand Romania, and Bulgaria. That's it. Oh, and I guess I did also get New Zealand Italy, but I already had them to begin with. Of course, didn't get a whole lot, but I got some things. I got, you know, a couple puppets. Oh, I also got New Zealand Serbia. Yep, right here. I also got Slovakia here in Carpathia Runetia. or Carpatho-Ruthenia. And I got Lebanon. New Zealand came out of this war pretty good. I'm officially on the European continent through puppets, and I'm also in the Middle East. So thank you guys so much for joining. I do have those channel memberships if you guys want to check those out. You know, they're there. And they're not necessary though, you know, obviously it's not like a thing. You don't have to, or don't feel like inclined to, it's just there. But until next time, thank you guys so much for joining. I shall see you all in the next video. Peace out.